Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Immigration USA. So today we're gonna break it down again. We're gonna break down another category. So we already spoke about the immediate relative of a US citizen. So those are the IR visa, and those visa there's no wait time, there's no limit. So, but there's family preference. Family preference there is a wait time, and also it's broken down into multiple categories. So we spoke about the first preference. So the first preference is the unmarried sons and daughters of 21 years old or more or older of a US citizen. All right, so that's F1, unmarried sons and daughters of 21 years or more. You have to be 21 and older in order to take benefit of this category. So that's the F1 first preference. And today we're going to talk about the F2A. F2A is the second preference, and also F2B is the second preference as well. But we're going to break down the two. We're going to break it down, and I'm going to tell you the difference between the two visas. So stay tuned. Okay guys, so today we're going to break down these two categories. They're both second preference. So the first one is F2A. So if F2A is for the spouse and children unmarried under 21 of a lawful permanent residence. So if you have a green card and you have a husband that is either in the US or outside the US, or children that are under 21, they could be either in the US or outside the US, you can sponsor them. You can sponsor them because you are a permanent resident, you have a green card. You can sponsor your family to join you. All right, so that's the F2A visa. And the F2B, that's a second preference as well. So that's for unmarried sons and daughters of 21 years and older of a lawful permanent residence. So you are a green card holder, you have a legal status in the US, you got a green card, you can sponsor your unmarried son or daughter that is 21 years old or older or more, right? So that's the second preference, F2B visa, okay? And now let's go back to F2A visa. So that's the spouse and children unmarried under 21 of a lawful permanent residency. You have a green card, you're gonna bring your family, that's how you proceed. So to do that, you need to file, you need to sponsor them. So you need to submit an application called I-130. So that's the petition for alien relative. So you need to submit that petition first. Once approved, your relative can proceed and apply for a green card if they are eligible. So there are some eligibility requirements, of course. It's not an easy step. So if they are in the US, they will file the I-485, which is the adjustment of status if they are in the USA, or depending their situation in the US, if they have a legal status and they want to switch to permanent residence, they will file the I-485. And the other part is that if your relatives are in the US and they don't have a legal status, they would need to apply for waiver. They don't have to use the form I-485, they have to apply for a waiver. And the waiver is the INA 245I to ask for forgiveness. And most of the time, those application gets approved depending on your situation in the US and, and how good you were, how good of a immigrant you were in the US, paying taxes, for example, not to have any criminal records, you own a home or you own a business. It all depends. They're gonna weigh the positive and negative things. So if you have more positive things, your case might get approved and you obtain your green card. So for the children under 21, they can obtain their residency quicker because they're minor, they're under 21. depending on their situation as well, because at 18 you can start doing some bad things, and then you can end up to, you can have a criminal records. So it all depends on their behavior in the US. So that's for the children under 21. So F2A visa again is for spouse and unmarried sons and daughters that are under 21 years old. Okay, and now let's talk about the F2B visa. So that's unmarried sons and daughters of 21 years or older of a permanent resident. So you have a green card, you can sponsor your children that are not married, but they are over 21. You can sponsor them, you can have them come to the US, okay? So now let's go back to F2A, all right? So F2A, suppose that you submit a petition and you want to sponsor your husband or your children that are under 21. And then all of a sudden, while their application is pending, you got a US citizenship, you apply for the US citizen and you become a citizen. In that case, you must upgrade your I-130 petition to an IR visa. So the IR is the immediate relative. In that case, there is no wait time, so your relative can get their green card quicker. However, F2A visa and F2B, there is a wait time. So you're gonna find out how long is the wait. And also, if they are in the US, as I mentioned, is either I-485 or the INA 245I. If they are outside of the US, they would have to go through consular processing and then the NVC, National Visa Center, and that will require the form DS-260. And now we're going to talk about the visa bulletin, so the date for filing and also final action date, okay? So let's go to the State Department website, and from here we can pull out the final action date and also date for filing, okay? So we're going to start with the final action dates. So on the chart right here, the table, it says so we're focusing on the F2A and F2B visas. And as you can see here, it says family sponsored, so F2A and F2B. So take a look at this table right here. This will tell you the final action date, right? So that's like when your turn is up, but also there is a filing date. So we're gonna check out the final action date for F2A visa and F2B. And here it says all chargeability area except those listed, like China, India, Mexico, and Philippines. For F2A visa, it says September 8, 2020. And when we come to China mainland, it says September 8, 2020. And now India, September 8, 2020. And Mexico's November 1st, 2018. And Philippines is September 8, 2020. So these are the final action dates. So you would have to wait a little bit, to obtain your green card if you are in that category, those countries. For F2B, for some other countries other than China, Mexico, and Philippines, the final action date is September 22nd, 2015. For China mainland, September 22nd, 2015. And India, September 22nd, 2015. And Mexico, June 1st, 2001. And Philippines, October 22nd, 2011. So those are for F2B. So it takes longer for F2B to get the green card. There's a long wait, so that's the priority date. But now we're gonna go to the date for filing, sponsored visa for applicant, date for filing, okay? So when you come to the date for filing, right here is a different table. It says F2A is current, like all current, all the way from all countries, including China mainland, India, Mexico, and Philippines. So they are current right now for date of filing. But when you go to F2B, it's a different thing. It says for the rest of the countries other than China, India, Mexico, and Philippines, is January 1st, 2017. They are up to that date, okay? And for China, January 1st, 2017. India, January 1st, 2017. And Mexico, January 1st, 2002. And Philippines, January 1st, October 1st, 2013. So that's F2B visa. So F2B will take forever. It's going to take a long time. So before you jump into this, I mean, if you have the opportunity to obtain a green card through a relative, go right ahead. You might be waiting a long time, but again, at least you know that you have something in file and you're waiting. That's the excitement of waiting for a green card. And then you're gonna wait. So that's the F2A and F2B visa bulletin for May 2023. Okay. And guys, so if you are outside of the United States, you're gonna go through consular processing, which is the U.S. Embassy, the consulate, and also the NVC, which is the National Visa Center. So you would need to submit the DS-260 after your petition is approved. The next step is that, but you're gonna have to wait until your priority date is current, and the embassy will contact you for an interview. And at the interview, they're gonna tell you what documents to bring, and you're gonna need to bring some proof showing the relationship between you and the sponsor, right? And then 2 photos, passport, birth certificate, medical documents. You would need to, they're gonna tell you where to go to submit some medical documents to see whether you're healthy, and also some financial support that shows that when you come to the US, you'll be able to support yourself, or the sponsor will be able to support you. And that's the whole procedure of F2A and F2B visa. It might take a little bit of time to obtain it, but if you have an opportunity, you have someone that's sponsoring you in that category, the second preference, F2A visa and F2B visa, go right ahead and do it. And again, if you are, those are for green card holders, they don't want that gonna sponsor you under those two categories, the second preference. And also, guys, if you going for F2A, you have a green card and you want to sponsor your husband and your children under 21, and then all of a sudden you become a US citizen, you can upgrade. They say you must upgrade your I-130 petition. So in that case, everything will switch from F2A visa to an IR visa. So IR1 for your spouse and IR2 for your children under 21, unmarried children under 21. So, in that case, it is no more wait time. You just have to wait for the processing time. Due to the backlog, it might take up to 2 years to obtain your green card. If you are in the US and your case is pending right now, pending processing, you can get a work permit. And the work permit is the I-765. It means work authorization. You get that while you're waiting for the green card. And with that, you can apply for advanced parole. Advanced parole means that you'll be able to travel abroad from the US to your country and you can come back. So that's the form I-131. So with that form, you can travel, back and forth, and while you're waiting for your green card, okay? So guys, this is it. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope that it was helpful. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Immigration USA, and hit that notification bell so you can get notified every time I upload a new video on YouTube. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.